Yeah, like Mike, just to give the listeners a sample, okay? So, right now, the government is rolling out. It's called free hot meals for schools. All right, Mike. Now, there are schools in the country where this would be a great initiative for. Okay, my school does not need that initiative. In my opinion, it's a waste of money for my school, and I think there's a lot of schools where and it's about, Mike, at the minute it's 120 million they're spending on this to roll this out for an awful lot of schools that I feel don't need it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's absolutely you call them desh schools in Ireland, Mike. Like, no problem there. Of course, there'd be kids who need, and vulnerable kids who need that, and we want to take care of them. But for the vast majority of schools, they don't need this. That's 120 million a year. We give out free books, Mike. So there's a free book scheme. But prior to the free book scheme, Mike, most schools would have run what's called a book rental scheme, where
Mm-hmm.
it would only have cost the parents €30 a year to get all the books that the kids are going to use. In the younger classes, you may have had to buy more, and that, Mike's around 50 million a year. And then, Mike, for the last 5 or 6 years, we've had an IT grant in this school. We get about 8.5 thousand. It's depends on the amount of pupils you have, but that's another 50 million a year. So the government is happy to pump massive money into these other areas, and yet, like, to me, the cost benefit of really pushing PE in schools, like the long term savings in terms of health outcomes for kids, if we get them on the path to any sport, would be colossal in the long run. But it would take that investment now, in my opinion. But the cost benefit afterwards, later on down the line, I feel would be huge. Like, and Ireland is a small enough country, so we could have a real chance in this country to do something that would be a kind of a standard bearer, world setter for the rest of the world to follow.
Mm-hmm.
No, but Mike, based on what Steve was saying as well, in terms of talking about the resources being spent on whether it be IT and whether it be free lunches, like I in all my time of being a teaching principal, like we've never got a PE grant as such,
Mm.
So Steve might talk a little bit more about, we'll say, what discretionary spending is. But if you're talking about even promoting PE, and you need resources obviously as well to promote PE, and we get no PE grants, like, so which is unbelievable when you think about it.
Yeah.